Doing a quick audio check.
Check, 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 check. Do I just
Checkerino.
never get to
Doing
have a
quick
name?
audio check.
Boom, boom, boom. Welcome to our first session of Against the Carmine Mouse that's being streamed. Uh, for anyone who doesn't know me, I'm Sans and/or Blair. I will be your storyteller slash narrator, depending on what the situation recalls or requires. Uh, Everyone, introduce yourselves and describe the characters you're playing, not just for the archivist this time, but because this will be our first recorded session for everyone who's joining us. We have been playing this game for a little bit, and I will explain the world after we meet our cast of characters. Everybody say hi.
Hello.
I'm gonna get sued by Dropbox. Or
Greetings.
Dropout.
Hello. I'll go first. My character is Madame Martine de Marguerite. She's a Toreador vampire of some 300 or so years. A lady never reveals. She was a former princess of France and was turned by Francois de Villon and finds herself at the outbreak of World War II in an occupied Paris. She cannot stand seeing her country befouled in this way, so has taken to running a club where everyone's vices can be met, and she uses this to feed information to the resistance. She is a social creature who prefers more to use wits than combat if she can have her way. This will not be one of those sessions, but she is no less deadly in armed combat if she needs to be.
I guess I'll go next. I'm Chris. I play Adam Haraldson. A Fenris, security guard for Martine's place. I am pretty much Martine's exact opposite. I prefer to punch the problem than talk it out. This session I will be supercharged by a further character that will introduce themselves later with pure wild energy, and I get to enjoy this session because I get to do what I do best. Punch.
Things are getting wild. I made that joke. Fuck all y'all.
I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny.
Thanks.
Bad.
I thought it was funny.
No.
That was just a long silence after it, so
That's
whatever.
fair.
Oh, that happened. I am Colton. I am playing a character called Colt Crafts, a British Navy officer that got put in charge of a slew of supernatural beings, and is directly responsible for all the havoc they wreak. Primary goal is to stop the Nazis, but that has changed. Now it's to get the mask.
Yeah. But we'll talk about that after the intros are done.
Hi, I'm Justin. I'm playing Walter Knight, a member of Q Division. Um, my job is to provide this team with whatever gadgets, gizmos, and gear they need to accomplish their task, and I do that quite well. Um, Sometimes my gadgets are a bit extreme. It's not my fault. I'm a psychopath. It is what it is. So, I don't really think about the morality of things before I build devices. But
Yeah.
most of the party likes me most of the time. Last session they didn't like me much, but it seemed like by the end of the session they were okay with me again. So, we'll see how things go.
Okay. And then I guess I'm going last. I'm Zaraj, and I'll be playing Donnie O'Sullivan. He is an American Promethean that was created during the Civil War, during the Battle of Gettysburg. His body was stitched after particular nasty cannon mowed down several regiment, and those spirits stitched him up, and now he is walking the world, not sure what to do other than hopefully trying to become human again through a Promethean pilgrimage. He's been doing some detective work in the Americas until he came to Europe to try to figure a bit out on his pilgrimage during this hectic war times. But he's been uh, invited to join this strange task force to fight some Nazis, and it seems like he's been pretty good at shooting them,
Really
but
spectacular, actually.
and doing a little bit of talking to ghosts. But we'll see what happens next, I guess.
We will indeed. Which brings me to my series of questions. Walter, in Walter's opinion, what is the greatest universal law?
Second law of thermodynamics: the universe tends toward chaos.
Mhm. Which means that in the possibly infinite chaos of the universe and multiverse, as you very recently found existed, I mean, places like the Umbra already existed, so that wasn't super strange to discover. Does chaos theory still apply?
Okay, so chaos theory is different from the second law of thermodynamics. Chaos theory is more along the lines that
Let me rephrase what I said. Does the chaos theory still apply? Not chaos theory, the branch of physics, the chaos theory that the universe tends towards chaos. Does it still apply?
oh yes, absolutely.
Even when you now know that there's a grand design, that there's an engine of creation.
Yes, that is actually what forces the universe towards chaos. Without that forcing, the balance that exists wouldn't be there. As a basic example of that, our atmosphere is 80% nitrogen, 20% oxygen, and of course those numbers aren't accurate because it's like 78%, and there's like 2% of other gases. But the point is that's evenly distributed around the globe because of chaos, right? You don't have, oxygen in pockets, certain areas and no oxygen in others because otherwise people wouldn't be able to live there. They'd suffocate. So yeah, the chaos can still be by design.
And if you had that power, that design at your fingertips, picture for me the formula that unlocks the keys to the universe, the engineering design, the schematics to the engine of creation. You have seen the concept, you understand the concept, and now you know how to build your own.
Really?
Would you?
Yes, absolutely.
It's only fair that I say that this will have permanent ramifications for your character.
I understand. But I mean, you're asking Walter if he was given the
I know
keys
I'm
to the
asking
universe.
Walter specifically.
Yeah, you're asking Walter if he was given the keys to the universe, if he would pick them up, and the answer is yes,
Cool.
because he
I
can. Not
Yeah,
he
give
wouldn't
me an
even
arity roll.
wouldn't even know what to deal with it, what to do with it, but he'd definitely do it.
Yeah, I dig it. Let's go. Give me that arity roll. Full dice, if you please.
Am I in my sanctum right now? I'm not, am I?
No, no. See, this is a moment in time uh before going into the ziggurat.
Okay, then I just need to know what difficulty to roll at.
Considering how close the arity roll the
Full dice,
barrier between
if you please.
you and the storm is here. Your base difficulty is going to be 5.
Okay, in that case, that's all successes.
Oh,
That too is a success now.
stupendous. Absolutely stupendous. Uh Colt, I'm sorry to bug you. Can you put the dark pack emblem like in the space next to Martine since nothing else is there?
That is the
I just
one
want to
thing
make
I
sure
forgot
that
to
that
do.
base
Yes,
is
absolutely.
fully covered. I Outstanding. Walter, you generate your own field of reality now for you and you alone. So much of the universe makes so much more sense now.
Did I just field theory? I did.
Uh, uh, what? Am I? One moment, please, everyone.
My
We are
Discord is
experiencing
dying.
discordance.
Yes, or it's that.
Oh, okay. I'm back now. Hey,
I'm
Yep,
back. Everyone good?
I think
Yeah.
it's improved.
everyone's good.
yep, I
Short
can hear everyone.
latency.
Thank you.
All right, so I think we might try to use just the voice in Foundry instead of trying to run Discord and all of this other stuff too. Uh, we'll see if we can compact the amount of technology we're using to streamline things a little.
We don't have a choice for the Discord though.
Fuck, archivist. Pardon my language. I love you, archivist. I didn't mean it. You're great. But we could use you as a Foundry module. Just saying. I also sent that to them as an idea. Anyways, Walter, what were you saying before Discord went crazy?
I was saying, did I just discover unified field theory? And then I said I think I did, and then I asked if you'd like me to explain what's in my head.
Yes, I would love to hear what's in your head, please, and thank you.
So having my understanding of time entropy,
Mhm.
forces, correspondence, matter, spirit, mind, and crime,
Yep.
I have the capacity to observe possible futures and then make changes to the now in order to encourage possible futures because I can see how everything's going to move.
Yeah. There's another great thing about having your own bubble of reality. There are no paradox spirits in your reality.
Interesting. Am I a marauder?
You are. You are. I'm glad you caught on. And with that, so the world we currently find ourselves in is a slight deviation from White Wolf standard. Second Life United has done some stuff. Um, so the Germans, all of Germany, uh, ended up being biologically attacked with a great deal of anthrax from their own manufacturing, uh, set off by bombs by the party. And as you can see, there have been some consequences or rewards for it, but we did some rough calculations, and the chemical attack in the year, because I have a forgotten simple calendar, September the 20th, 1940. Germany was nearly brought to its knees when a biological attack of astounding scale covered their entire country. We did the math. Roughly 18 million people die in the attack over the course of the next 2 weeks as the winter of anthrax decimates Germany.
They call him War Crime Walter for a reason.
Unfortunately, this is not going to bring the war to an end. It's just going to change the war. It's also changing a lot of things because after a great deal of research, it is one of the largest tragedies to happen in such a small amount of time in history at this point. Nothing else had happened that had killed so many so quickly at this point, and we still have the entire war to go through. Some of the higher ups, paradox judges, gods, Incarnu, deities, whatever you want to call them, they got a little fed up because their job is to protect the humans, to keep the world running. The world belongs to the humans, but they can't seem to protect them from these supernatural motherfuckers. So there's been some small rewrites in the laws of the universe. Arcane no longer works. Delirium no longer happens. Every third mortal is immune to obfuscation. And a wiki leak drop of a bunch of information about vampires hits a bunch of servers across the world. The Supernaturals have worked so long and so hard to keep their presence hidden from the mortals, and so many mortals are dying because of it. So now the mortals are getting a chance to fight back. There's no more hiding from them. Everything's out in the open. And then we have our group, who have chartered a plane to Brazil, chasing after a couple of Nazis. Uh, Not sure on the names of all of them, but one of them is Colonel Bridget Dagmar, an awakened mage herself after Carmine Mask, a artifact of antiquities said to possess enough power to alter reality or history itself. There's some wishes about this going on, but let's do our actual recap of session last week now.
I would just like to add one comment to
Of
that,
course.
that we did not charter a plane, we took a portal.
You did take a portal. That is right. You used correspondence to travel to the other side of the globe. Ladies and gentlemen, gather round your radios and settle in. For we dive into an adventure that spans realms and teeters on the brinks of darkness and despair. In tonight's riveting act of Against the Carmine Mask, our intrepid protagonists find themselves at the thick heart of conflict, as their mission in the Brazilian jungles leads them to an ominous ziggurat, where secrets lie and powers beyond comprehension stir. As our band of supernatural misfits, okay, Walter Knight, Colt Croft, Madame Martine, Adam Haraldson, and Donnie O'Sullivan wade deeper into the mystery. Tensions rise as each character grapples with the moral implications of their past actions. Colt, embodying the suspenseful tension that fills the air, wrestles with the ghosts of his crimes, cognitive dissonance unfurling in the backdrop of their intended heist for the enigmatic Carmine Mask. Meanwhile, in the twilight glow of the Amazon, our secretive vampire Martine embraces stealth as the shadows cloak her path, swiftly scouting the Nazi encampments like a specter in the night, determining the number of foes they face. 50 Nazis poised to guard the outside of the ziggurat and block their way. Tensions escalate and plans are crafted. Walter concocts a scheme that infuses their feral warrior Adam with the raw essence of the wild to bolster their assault. Uh, Previously, some latent wild energy was captured and housed in a battery unit. As he prepares a supernatural booster shot for the werewolf, the atmosphere crackles with energy akin to a storm gathering strength. Just as courage and desperation merge along the murky path ahead, Moon, a mysterious guide of indigenous origins, reveals invaluable knowledge about the location's secrets, beckoning their collective to form a plan for the assault while slipping in the back door. With the stage set, emotions run high as suspicions rise, particularly regarding the power housed within the ziggurat itself. The air thickens as they prepare to unleash chaos upon their unsuspecting foes, a calculated risk to seize the mask and possibly change the course of history. As the radio play rolls into its next chapter, we see our unlikely main characters poised for a confrontation that may test their very souls. Will they claim the Carmine Mask? Will the darkness of their past actions consume them? With hearts racing and destinies intertwined. Tune in next time, dear listeners, as we uncover the mysteries that lie beneath the ancient stones of the ziggurat. This one, I didn't write. Archivist wrote that one. Tell me mine are better.
They're both
Tell me
great.
mine are better.
Yours are better.
You son of a bitch.
They're both great. They're both
Don't
great.
give me that you're both pretty fucking speech.
I'm gonna because they're both good.
They are both good. I did make a couple of edits. It did get a couple of name wrongs. I'm gonna start raving about Archivist. I can't. We're back at the ziggurat in Brazil. You have a back entrance. I forgot to put in a proper like theater of the mind thing for this. That's unfortunate. Here. The music playing? Can everyone hear it?
It is now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you're getting ready. You got a supercharged booster coming up. You are minutes away from an encounter with someone who you honestly barely drew with last time you encountered her, and now she possibly has her other two top lieutenants with her. So, if there's any other plans or discussions you'd like to have, now would be the time.
I would actually like to use my my ability that you just gave me, and I would like to
Sure.
look at our options, for different actions that we could take, and see which futures are the brightest.
I will say that immediately there are three paths that you cannot see forward. Two of them involve Craft getting the mask. One of them involves Donnie getting the mask. I'm sorry, there are four. The fourth one involves Martine getting the mask. Then there's give me an Arete roll actually. Before I just start giving you free information, give me a roll. Let's see how this goes. Your base difficulty for this is going to be 3.
6 successes.
Insane. Uh, Dozens, if not hundreds, of ones where you are all brutally beaten to death by various forms of magic, ice, fire. Uh, there are several where you scrape by barely, but you still get the mask, but you always lose something. And there's a dozen where you win. But you can't see past the point of any one person putting on the mask.
So all of these scenarios involve someone putting on the mask.
No, anytime someone puts on the mask, you can't see past that decision.
Okay, so we're looking for a scenario where I put the mask in the briefcase.
Okay. There are several where you do that, where you barely win. You get the mask in the briefcase. In one of them, you see your werewolf companion killing Kraft. In another one, you see Kraft killing your werewolf companion. Uh, some of them, Martine's killing everyone. It's kind of hard. There's a lot of them. What is there a goal beyond put the mask in the briefcase that you'd like to see?
Um, what I want to do is get to the point of putting the mask in the briefcase, and then have some sort of exit strategy to, um, get it back to the Society of Ether. I am not overly concerned about the deaths of my companions. Uh,
Okay.
so I,
Then you definitely see many paths through.
okay. So
Definitely many paths through.
then what I'm going for is, what are the steps that we need to start with in order to get to those paths?
Almost every single one of them involves battling the Nazis. There are a few where some heartfelt admissions elicit different outcomes, but for the most part, it's a lot of fighting.
And who attacks who?
I feel like that's a mix of both. Like if you guys get the jump on them, you attack first. If they see you coming, sometimes they attack first.
Yeah, so it's more like the, who's dealing with the soldiers and who's dealing with the people inside.
Hmm. I mean, that is up to you guys. These are two vague questions to give straight answers for that are going to be really helpful.
Okay, my apologies. I'm just trying to do the Doctor Strange thing.
The problem with the Doctor Strange thing is that your odds are not a 1 in 14 billion.
Right.
Your odds are very good here. You would honestly say they are extraordinarily good. Improbably good, actually. More of these involve you guys winning than losing.
Okay. So
Also, Colt puts on the mask a lot. Like a lot, a
interesting.
lot.
So Colt, not Colt. I'm sorry. What's your character's name?
His character's name is Colt Croft. Colt Craft.
That's right.
Made it
Okay,
very easy this time.
Colt, don't put the mask on.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Colt, don't put the mask on.
Sure thing. I gotta get it first anyway.
In fact, nobody put the mask on. Just don't put it on. If you get it, run. Okay?
Understood.
Understood.
Okay.
Martine, are you here?
Yes.
Did you hear me?
I have no intention of using one of these magical world-ending trinkets.
Okay, that's fantastic, but I just looked at possible futures, and in a couple of them you did. So I'm just saying, don't do that because that's bad.
Walter, with respect to your abilities, the future's what we make it. But Donnie, you didn't see Donnie put the mask on.
Yes, I did.
She'll turn. Donnie, don't put the mask on.
Wasn't planning on it, but now that you mention it,
Very important that nobody put the mask on.
Yeah, Moon is looking more and more concerned the more that you guys talk.
And actually, I would like to take a few rounds and do something kind of sneaky. I'd like to generate a time effect, a time entropy effect that will allow us to engage in this battle, and if we fuck it up, do a reset.
Ooh. Ooh, okay. How long are
Ooh.
you taking?
Um,
This is powerful magic.
yeah, it is, and I'm gonna have to build the device, so I'm gonna take, you know, some time. But I'll use a time effect on myself to make that time go by, slower for me, but, the same speed for everyone else. So basically, it'll take 10 minutes, but in my time bubble, it takes hours.
Sorry, wait, what?
I want to create a time effect around myself to basically speed me up, right? So that, I've got 2 hours of
Oh
time
yeah.
in the next 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna do this effect.
Cool. Yeah, that's not a huge time dilation at all. Go ahead. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
That's
and
5
then
successes.
yep,
By
and
the
then to
way,
create
because
how many rolls do you want to sorry.
no, it's fine. I just want everyone to get in the habit of saying how many successes you got out loud, because I'm not always looking at the chat screen.
Okay, yeah,
I
5
have a
successes.
billion tabs open.
Sounds good to me.
Thank you.
So, how many rolls does that give me to build this thing?
That's fine. 2 hours. We're gonna call it. This is a huge effect. You basically want to create a restart button or a quick save. You're creating
Yeah,
a temporal
I
quick save.
I'm creating a temporal quick save to this moment in time right now.
I'm gonna need. This is a huge effect. This is altering history for a
Yes,
lot of people.
yes, it is,
So
and you just made me a marauder, which means I can do it.
I did. I understand exactly what I've done, but I'm gonna need 15 successes from you, and you get 4 rolls.
Copy that.
1 for every half an hour. Don't budge.
You have 5 successes.
Yep, you need 5 successes.
Shit.
You lucky son of a gun. Cool.
Oh.
Whatever. Yeah, ping, quick save. What does this look like?
So it looks like a watch, and basically, so what I can do is assign the moment in time to do this, and click that, and then set the clock for up to 2 hours into the future. And I'm going to set the clock for the full 2 hours, and it
Cool,
just
we love it.
it just ticks and ticks and ticks. But if we fail, then I can hit it and say, the unfail. Or if I die, it'll just take us back.
Cool. Yeah, you absolutely. We're gonna go with my man Echo this thing.
And may I spend a point of permanent willpower to make that device permanent?
Not for a 2-hour reset. I'll give you a 5-minute reset.
Okay.
Permanently. You know what? You got 17 successes. That gave you an extra 2. I'll give you a 10-minute reset.
Excellent.
I'm not going to regret this later, ever. I'm going to, but I love it.
I see no.
Anyone else have any preparations they want to do?
Due to we've got time, right as Walter's about
Kind
to
of.
finish that, I'm gonna pop ignore pain beforehand.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Which means I'm gonna keep on fighting.
We're gonna get down. Everything I did to prep for a game, I did not look for something appropriate for inside of a ziggurat. My bad.
You're fine.
We'll sit on Puck's radio show for our theater of the mind. Is everyone prepared? Any other last-minute enchantments want laid? Blood buffing for the scene?
I would like to build a shield around myself.
What kind of shield? What are we using?
I will be using correspondence to misdirect projectiles, and then I will be using.
You trying to copy Bridget's shield?
Yes. While at the same time using spirit and forces and life to basically supercharge my clothing to protect me from spiritual attacks and physical combat.
Give me a roll.
All right, this one's for the correspondence effect.
I'll blood buff one dex as well while that's going on.
Okay. Fantastic. fucking stupid.
to deflect bullets, and then this one is the combination of spirit, life, and forces.
How many successes did you get for the class, Colton?
7.
7 successes.
And your rate is 6. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Hey, the two of you got different things. You don't have to worry about paradox anymore.
I know.
Well, for the class, Colton, how many successes
I
was
got-
that one?
2 on the one for the body shield.
Mm-hmm. That is enough to make your enhanced clothing work against magical and spiritual attacks as well. You get to add your full lethal and bashing soak against all of those attacks. You will also, from 7 successes, have an additional 6 lethal bashing and aggravated soak.
Okay. So a total of 8 soak on each.
Sure, if that's what your base is.
Okay.
I don't have all of your abilities memorized.
I just have stamina 3. So 9 soak each. Okay.
Little bit of blood buffing. It's good. Donnie, anything for you?
Other than doing the mind telepathy, I don't think I have anything else to prepare.
Yeah, you gonna start up the switchboard with everyone?
Yeah.
And now everyone can communicate with each other.
All right, so everybody hears a kind of grinding in the background of just numbers, like, an equation just kind of being mumbled. And you know, if you tell me to stop, I will, but that's what's going on in my head.
Oh, he's counting in his head. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, doing
Stimming!
doing calculations.
None of us know what stimming's like.
Not at all.
We're all perfectly healthy neurotypicals around here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
No, no.
No, no, no.
I love Walter's stimming though. It's fun. Mm. Son of a gun. Okay, I'll deal with that later. Are there any plans you'd like to discuss with each other before you go in?
Yeah.
Like everyone threw up a bunch of enchantments, but there's been very little communication except don't put on the mask.
So, I think I'm gonna try and do some version of a repeat of what I did with lay snipers. So I would explain to Donnie, to give me some amount of minutes and to enter the fray once the bullets start flying. But I want to take my time and see if I can get people, if not one by one, then maybe if someone's using the restroom or something, send them off, for shenanigans or fun, or corrupt them. That Donnie.
Wait, you're wanting to do this to one of the Nazis?
Yeah, I want to corrupt the Nazis one by one. So if to the degree that it's feasible to do so, and that once the gunshots start, that Donnie should come in swinging.
So there are 50 Nazis.
I thought it was 15 earlier.
No, 50. 50.
Okay. I still want to try and pick off one or two of them and, get some allies here.
Sure, sure. We can definitely do some rules about that. I forgot that you and Donnie were on the outside team fighting the Nazis.
Yes.
Yep.
And I gave Donnie the grenade launcher.
And I gave him the pineapple
Outstanding.
grenades.
Yeah,
That's
and,
just
and he
gonna be so much fun.
and he also has the napalm grenade, or the napalm grenades, which yeah, he can choose what he wants to do, frag or
Yeah,
burn.
absolutely. Martine, please tell me how you are going about doing this to the Nazis.
So I'm gonna try and find ones that are either separated because of patrol or because they are wandered away from boredom, and then I'm going to use entrancement on them.
Okay, so much like before.
Yeah. And then actually, Donnie, slight plan. Um, I will come find you if this is successful, and I will try and awe a great number of them during your initial attack, which should hold their attention and give you an advantage of picking off a few prior to them engaging.
Sounds good.
Uh, yeah, that's what I thought. Unfortunately, danger does break awe immediately.
Yeah, but it still gives you one round.
If you're doing it at the very beginning, yes. It's
Okay,
just important
so
to note that we can't use it in the middle of combat.
yep, understand. Um,
Boop, boop, boop,
so I
boop.
will um, go hunting for stragglers.
Well, I mean, there are definitely some stragglers who are wandering off on their own. Someone usually needs to piss at a military encampment. Uh, they are also Nazis, and in the Brazilian jungle. So I'm sure you can find multiples of them, either off on patrol, sneaking off into the jungle, doing drugs, stuff like that. No, not drugs.
Okay.
Let us
Um,
begin. Believe I need a roll from you.
okay. So I will find some Nazi soldier, and emerging from the shadows, I will start speaking in German, as I am wont to do, and um, tell him that I am his jungle queen, and that all of his uh, all of his mates are want me for themselves, and yes, that's what I will do. So yeah,
Okay.
6 successes.
And that is the length of time, I believe. Yeah, more than a year. That's like a decade or so of just being in love with you. Uh, yeah, my queen.
We must be careful. There are so many of them. Go back to
No,
your go back to your camp and draw them in. They don't even know that I'm here yet, but they desire so much to possess me. That's what you're here searching for. Um, when you hear the first bit of danger, you must protect me, and you must
wait,
kill your fellow soldiers.
wait. You're the one we're here for?
I'll grab his face and have him look deep into my eyes. You don't believe me?
I do believe you.
I'll give him a...
Henriksen warned us about you.
Why do you think he did that? He wants me all for himself.
Yes, I understand now. He's jealous.
Exact. But I have only eyes for
He cocks his gun.
you. Vampire eye seduction.
You absolutely have him seduced. He was warned about you, but you do. Being warned doesn't stop presents from working.
I have spent the requisite blood pool. Remember, not until you hear the first gunshot. I couldn't stand it if anything happened to you. And I'll, like, draw a finger down his nose. Now go. It hurts me to be away from you.
Yeah, he fucking runs.
Evil.
They're Nazis. It's not like I
They're
detonated a biological weapon across an entire continent or a state or anything.
Well, okay, but understand that a large percentage of those I killed were Nazis.
Fair, fair, fair.
So you're only pissed at me about the other percentage.
True.
Look, just because they were children doesn't mean they weren't Hitler youth, okay?
I only think I'm gonna get to do this once more, so I'll try and circle around to the other side of the camp and find somebody on one of the flanking sides of the camp.
Excellent. I dig it. So, many things on my phone. 1 second. Just turn that down. Close that and that and that. So many things open. There is another couple of soldiers just on the edge of the jungle line, not super far away from the camp, uh, who look like they are rolling some cigarettes.
Multiple of them.
There are 2 of them.
Well, 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 well. That seems like a risk, even though I could probably tear through these 2 like wet tissue paper.
Maybe.
So, I'm going to circle back around to Donnie and simply tell Donnie I can only get 1, but it's time. I'll go in through the front and hold their attention, and then we can begin.
Guess the fireworks are starting soon then.
Oh yes.
Fireworks are starting soon.
Okay. So
What did you have your little friend do?
once the shooting starts, he will compete for me.
Compete for me.
I hope he's competitive then. At least 2.
I do as well. Real shame though. Are you ready?
As I ever will be.
All right. So then I will try and find an approach to the main camp that doesn't put me in the line of any heavy weapons before I reveal myself.
Okay.
Yeah, Donnie's just following, walking armory.
And how closely is Donnie following?
Not that close, but enough
Oh,
to be able to cover.
you know, honestly, what we should do here is a fit check for our characters since we're streaming for the first time for some of these people. Archivist knows, we all know. What does our current femme fatale approaching the Nazi encampment look like?
Well, she's been in um, sort of French uh, all black with a like a little beret, um, and um, just her signature black lipstick. So you know, her very pale skin contrasts nicely against her outfit, but she'll take one fingernail and maybe slit her top just to give a little more cleavage. And yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Just...
it was like fit
Beautiful.
check. What do I roll for fit check?
I mean, I was really just going for like a character description for the folks who have no idea what Martine is supposed to look
Yeah,
like outside of the little picture.
she's currently dressed the most conservatively she's been throughout this entire game.
Except for the cleavage. That is front and center. How about Donnie?
Well, Donnie is sporting his uh long jacket that he's constantly wearing. It's pretty battered by now. Although I don't believe he's been hit a single time as joining, so it's still as pristine as it was when he came from the Americas. But now he has Walter's the big grenade launcher lugged across his shoulder, revolver in hand, a hatchet in his jacket just in case, and he's wearing his typical hat in this super burning jungle, but temperature hasn't bothered him for a while now. So, as covered as he is, he's just trudging through the jungles, uh, not caring about the terrain really, just pushing through.
Yeah. As we leave these two approaching the Nazi encampment, battle is certain to break out any moment. Let's check in with our inside crew. What's a cult craft look like?
Kraft is currently wearing his service uniform with a bomber jacket on. Um,
Hot.
very hot, but that's what he enchanted with his
Literally, it's the
shield.
jungle.
Yeah. But it's made of leather, so it's supposed to help automatically, and then it's also enchanted now to help his protection, so he's going to suffer some heat stroke to not get shot.
It's fair. Maybe since we have a thing. That might be a little too big. You can kind of see that. Colt, can you move the image where it would be a little more visible? Yeah. Then we have Colt Craft. Donnie O'Sullivan. Walter.
Walter is, dressed in his usual, shirt and leather vest. He has a bunch of tools and gizmos on a belt around his waist. He's also got a bag over his shoulder that contains, you can see a portable cyclotron sticking out of the top of it, as well as the tip of some sort of ray gun. And that there's, other stuff in there, and he's just kind of, you know, carrying that like it's, his most important thing.
Love it. Und Atom.
So, Adam currently is standing double his size. He's already huge as is. 14 feet tall. His fur glowing gold with this wild energy that has been put on
Yes.
him. His normal like Icelandic runes are glowing green with Gaia's energy, as his royal blue eyes are as blue as the ocean. He is ripped, snarling, ready to rip into these people that have only caused pain in his world.
Walter and Adam. And yes, we do use AI art around here. We would love to have regular artists helping do character portraits. So if you want to throw your name in the ring, send us a message on any of our socials or Patreon. The time has come. Martine and Donnie have begun their attack on the camp. What is the group inside doing?
Colt's gonna pull out his rifle and then ask Walter to charge the ammo with Prime.
All right. Take the rifle. Look it over. Is it in good enough shape to handle prime bullets?
Well, I clean it every day.
No, I wasn't asking you. I was asking the game master.
Oh.
Well, I mean, he cleans it every day like a good soldier. But has it been enchanted in any way? Reinforced to protect it against supernatural forces?
I would like to retcon and say yes, but no, not as of now.
Then likely he might get out a half dozen shots before the rifle burns out.
In that case, what I will do is a prime matter effect. So the rounds will be enhanced with prime, but the rifle itself, its matter and reality will be enhanced so that it can handle the rounds. It's still going to be a temporary effect, but should handle both.
Excellent. Give me a roll for each of them.
Okay, 4 successes on the prime round.
Excellent. Colton, reduce the accuracy DC of your gun by 1.
Okay.
And 7 successes on the gun can hold up
Yeah.
against the prime round.
Yeah. Oh, okay. No, I had those reversed then. So yeah, the difficulty to hit is going to be reduced by 1. It's going to do aggravated damage, an additional +1 dice of damage as well. sorry. Do you want to go outside, or are you just showing off to the camera? Yes, you're gorgeous, darling. Everyone loves a Bengal. So many enchantments. Craft. The second that gun is back in your hands, you feel icky. Like your gun doesn't belong here anymore. Every inch of your gun, every layer of enchantment that has been spun into it now belongs to a reality that is not yours.
Walter, after we get out of here, there's a discussion we need to have.
Sure thing. So Adam, are you gonna take point with your big beefy buffiness?
Oh yeah.
Can we say Super Saiyan Werewolf? I think we can say Super Saiyan Werewolf. Toriyama seems like a dude.
It almost seems like a dude that would allow it and not be too mad about it.
Yeah,
Yeah, no.
I'm gonna need cover. I've got a terrible idea.
I
Well,
love
that
a
makes
terrible
more than
idea.
one of us.
Well, this structure is on a convergence of ley lines.
Yeah.
Oh God.
What do you want to do? Tell me.
Well, I'd like to jack into those ley lines
Uh-huh.
and use them to create a prime cage around the entire ziggurat that these bastards can't escape, and if they try, it shreds them. And I'd like to enhance that cage with correspondence and time so that they can't do any wonky correspondence or time stuff to get out either.
With that, I'll also like to do a correspondence effect inside the ziggurat, where any pathway that's taken leads back towards the center of the ziggurat. There's
Oof,
no
okay.
exit.
2 more powerful magical attacks. Let's get some rolls going for these, you two. Walter,
For
there's
mine,
another reality.
there's what?
There's another reality here that is tapped into the ley lines that you were going to have to battle for control over the ley lines with.
Okay.
You are not the only marauder here.
Okay, so I have to enforce my will over this reality. Got it.
And she's more experienced at it than you are.
Hey, Walter.
Yes, Adam.
Kick her ass. And you'll get everyone will get a free will power point.
Nice. Very nice.
Yay.
I'm so tired of her.
She's your ex, okay?
Yeah. Yep. Yep. I know, that's why I'm doing this.
I would like to re-roll that, please. With
You
one of
want
my
to use
lucky.
lucky? Yeah.
Yeah. Six successes.
Excellent.
But of course, I'm doing it my way. So I'm pulling out some cable and like strapping the cable to certain points, in the building to create my,
Yeah.
grounding point for my web.
She gonna use a willpower? I think she is. Okay, that's bullshit. Walter, you are barely wresting control of the ley line away from Bridget in this moment. It seems her will is currently divided between the task of tapping the ley lines for extra power and some other struggle that you cannot understand from where you are at the moment. But you know that her attention is divided. And that
Okay.
you have divided it further.
Excellent. I would like to add a mind effect into my cage that creates enemies within my cage, um, having visions of yet another reality to distract her further.
The cage you're creating isn't your reality. You create your own reality around you. Same way that she does.
Yeah, no, I get that. What I'm trying to do is add a mind effect so that basically I'm adding another effect to it to make it more distracting to her. That's my objective. It's a mind attack basically.
Okay. If you are launching an actual attack against her, we're gonna jump into initiative.
Remember,
Boop,
we
boop, boop.
get a additional.
+2. I
Plus
added it to
2.
my character because you can go to the settings and add the bonuses to it. Your initiative.
Would you like Donnie and I to just roll as well?
Everyone is rolling initiative. Yes, this is going to be a combat across everything.
Oh, yeah, you can put a bonus. Okay, cool.
I don't see if I did that or not.
Yeah, we need to wait for the tracker to show up.
Yeah, I haven't actually put up the tracker yet.
But I rolled so well.
I will put it in manually then.
Thank you.
You don't have to lose your roll.
And I don't think I have a +2 in there, so it's really a 24.
Dang.
Where
Speedy lady.
Yep, high celerity vampires.
is
They're
it?
nothing to mess with.
They are not. I will give out artists credit for this later because it is not signed. So I'm not sure if this is AI art or not. Counter tracker. Gotta go ahead and add everyone to it. Everyone's sheets are set up.
What was that?
Martine, what did you get for initiative?
24.
Update. It's 24. We'll just have you go first, actually. But before we begin the combat in earnest, Walter, let us resolve this mind effect.
Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm adding it to the cage that I've started creating, and what it should do is anyone within the cage that I perceive as my enemy is distracted by my reality specifically, and whatever's going on in my reality. So like my little mumblings about math and whatnot, they're getting that. They're getting, me calculating things. And it's just a distraction.
Okay, so mechanically, what are you aiming to do with this?
Mechanically, I am aiming to basically reduce dice pools because they've got this other crap on their mind that they can't get rid of. You know, like when you're trying to do something and there's a jingle that you just can't get out of your head, and you're like, God damn it!
All
That.
right, then give me an arete roll. And what level of mind do you have?
Oh,
I have 2 on mind.
Walter, for the class, can you share how many successes you got?
Yes, I rolled 8 successes
Yeah.
on 5 dice.
That is hilarious. You feel Bridget's mind start to fray a little further. There's another mind, though, that you detect as you send all of this out far beyond hers. The Promethean that you know is with them seems kind of bothered. He is affected by it. But the third person, who you know has to be Hendrickson, the little Lieutenant Colonel Hendrickson, the lowest ranked of the three, his mind feels to you like a pool of dark black ichor. And if you come too close, you'll sink beneath its surface. Or a black hole, if you will. What goes in does not come out.
Okay. No, I got that. Kind of reminds me of the whole, Bene Gesserit getting lost in another memory thing.
I dig it. That's a great analogy. Top of the round, Adam.
Okay,
You are a hallway and a set of stairs away from the center of the ziggurat where you know these three are.
perfect. At the top of the round, I'm gonna declare I'm blowing 5 rage to get 5 additional turns.
Top of the round, anyone spending for time or celerity as well?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Do you need to spend for time?
Well, you declared using time because then time happens at the end of the turn.
Yep, I have 2 time actions that I'll take at the end of the turn.
Okay. Sorry, now continue, Adam.
Okay, I'm going to sprint up there.
I'm gonna take some dodge actions, just generically.
Yeah, I mean, you can declare dodge actions from your celerity actions as you need them, unless you commit to a full defense before your turn begins. But you're going next. I should begin the combat. And we should have maybe something a little darker for this. Delightful. Delightful as the 40s music is, it's not what we need here. Adam, what is your dex? And what form are you in?
Oh, I am in werewolf form, and it is a 6 at the current moment because of this boost. Thank you, Walter.
Excellent. Don't you get a +1 to dex in werewolf?
So yes,
you only had a 4. Never mind.
Yep.
I got there.
Yep.
Yeah, you burst out of this hallway into a large open chamber of the ziggurat with another, like, smaller ziggurat going up to an altar that looks like it was carved out of an enormous chunk of obsidian.
Okay.
And as you enter the room, the three standing up on top of this altar goes up maybe like 15 feet up the little ziggurat to the altar. They turn and look at you, and Bridget is already wearing a carmine red mask, unadorned, very simple,
Perfect.
eye
I would
holes, burning red
I
eyes.
would like to jump her and claw her to death.
Okay.
Remember to declare your rage actions now, if you're using any.
We
I'm
already
going.
did that.
Oh,
Did you miss
Yes,
it?
I missed it.
yeah, yeah.
Are you
I
declaring any time actions? Because I assumed you weren't when you didn't say anything.
I thought those can be declared at the end of the turn.
Everything has to be cleared at the beginning of each round.
So your Russian time works like celerity.
It does work like celerity.
And celerity you have to declare at the beginning of every turn. Every
Yeah.
turn round.
Yeah, I'll use all three of mine, or the two of mine as dodge actions.
You don't have to declare what the actions are for unless you're defaulting to full defense before it's your turn.
Oh, okay. No, I'm not.
I just
will
need to
use
know
both
that you're
my
doing
time.
it.
Yes.
Hey. Adam, Harold's
Yes.
son.
Yes.
Bridget is wearing a mask that gives her full power over
Yep.
the universe at the moment.
Yep. Gonna go try to murder her.
Yeah, you go flying at your ex, who is your ex and not your ex anymore. Shit has changed a lot for her. I mean, it's not like she let herself go or anything, but you know, a homicidal psychopath seems a huge leap. So please make your attack roll.
Yeah, will do. Does the specialty lightning reflexes work?
You know, I'm gonna say yes for this.
Perfect. And I'm gonna use 2 points of willpower.
2 points of willpower for what?
To get additional successes.
No, just one.
Oh, just one?
Only
That's
one.
fine. That I can do. That I can do. That I can do. Boop boop.
What just happened? This is not the right music.
Christmas music.
10 successes.
Yes, 10 successes. Sorry.
What I need for you to do
Mm-hmm.
is push all 9 of those successes through
Okie
and roll
dokie.
damage for me.
And do.
That's a lot of ones.
Yeah, well, I'm glad it was in
It's
damage.
a lot of ones. Now, thing that you missed, you pushed forward so quickly, was that her jacket is open. There's no sign of her defensive enchantments as your claws pierced through her chest. Her burning red eyes in the mask flicker and turn blue again. Thank you, love. With my death, it's complete. There's a pulse of power that leaves the mask. And she goes limp on your hand.
I remove my claw.
Like gently, or do you just like whoosh?
Just full on out. He is not like he is full just anger wolf. He'll grieve later. Or
Yeah.
won't.
That was not very sporting of her. I knew she was a traitor still. Auf Wiedersehen, Wolf. So I think that's it for Adam until we do Rage in Time, right?
Yep.
That was Hendrickson, by the way, who has also turned to look at you, but all of his skin has started rotting off. You see his jaw is kind of distended and hanging on one side.
The worm does shit.
The worm does be doing shit. Here's Hendrickson.
Reminds me of the guy from Hellboy.
Yeah, a little bit. I
Yeah.
definitely drew some heavy inspiration from Hellboy for this.
Adam, in his response, will growl at him, "Your next worm."
I believe that now makes it Martine's turn, who has boldly walked up to the Nazi camp. So Martine's turn will not be measured in seconds. It'll be measured in like 3 minutes instead of 3 minutes. Slight phase change. Please tell me what you are doing to distract the army encampment of soldiers. Nazi encampment of soldiers.
In fluent and proficient German, of course. It will be, please, brothers, you have to protect me. I am out here all alone and he's hunting me. And I will awe, while sizing up any heavy weapons and who is running them for the shooty shoot to take out the heavy weapon emplacements. But I will awe. Awe.
Bum, bum, bum. All right.
Should get 3 more
What
dice.
all does odd do, please? I just read it and I have forgotten it completely. Do-do-do.
It should unfortunately make them target Donnie a little more than me.
Those.
Okay, so charisma performance, 6 successes.
Which means
Yeah, that's everyone in your vicinity, immediate vicinity. So all 49 Nazis, the ones who aren't enchanted to you, start coming towards you.
Good, good.
Uh,
Are there any
they
heavy
decide.
weapons emplacements?
Yeah. So kind of. There's some mortars and stuff, but they don't have like rail guns. No like Schwerer or tanks. I suppose they could have brought a tank, but they do not. It's mostly machine guns.
We brought a tank. Mostly.
There's a couple of like embankments with like turreted machine guns on it, like
Yeah.
heavier machine guns.
The turreted ones are going to be my primary target when it comes to the shooty shoot. Also, I am probably should have declared this beforehand, but I have loaded in my non-aggravated weapon damage clip. My regular clip.
I dig it. Yeah, you got a lot of drooly boys coming towards you. Military members in the field.
Did we?
Anything else from our
I don't
team?
have it on my sheet, but did we get one of your grenades?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Donnie has my grenade launcher. He's also got the pineapple bombs and the napalm grenades.
Okay, great. Then Donnie, I'm gathering them up for you.
Sure.
These-
Are there specific stats for those?
Yes. I believe I sent the pineapple ones to you. If not, I can get. I told you about them at least, I think, if I remember.
But yeah, that's the top of my initiative. So
Yay.
What the napalm grenades? What they do is the game master rolls a d10 for everyone that got hit by it, and for every like let's say that you roll a 1 for somebody, they take 1 ag per turn for 10 turns. If you roll a 10, they take 10 ag per turn for 10 turns.
The pineapple bomb for you is a dexterity athletics roll, difficulty 6. Uh, rolled damage of a bonus of 12 with lethal damage type.
Okay.
And the grenade launcher is dex firearms with a +2 accuracy to shoot.
Everyone got their stuff?
I think so.
Alright, so that is the end of Martine's turn. Adam,
Yes.
first in the fray.
Yep. As usual.
The man in the mask
Mm-hmm.
opens up his trench coat, reaches into it, and starts pulling out a sword that is just shy of being a grand clave.
Sounds good.
And he's gonna swing it at you.
Cool. I'd like to use you know what? No, I'm not even gonna use one of my actions to dodge it.
No?
No. No.
Sweet.
Go for
What are you
it.
doing? What are you doing?
Go for it.
he's giving up.
No.
He just killed the woman he loves.
Okay.
Go for it. I want to use those 5 turns a different way.
What is happening here? He does not have. Oh, it's. I have to unlock it. Okay. I don't. A technical difficulty I can't fix. So I will instead -4 from the roll before I roll it. You sure you're not dodging?
I'm not dodging.
That is real unfortunate because the Promethean got 13 successes on his attack.
Go for it.
All of those go through. What the fuck is that insanity?
Roll for soak.
Yeah, please roll for soak. 17 lethal damage coming your way.
I'll use a point of willpower.
Sure.
Did Hendrickson just die? What?
Hendrickson is fine. I clicked the.
Oh.
Oh, why does it say Hendrickson there? It must be a token issue. Boop. So 13 lethal damage goes through.
Okay.
How's the werewolf looking?
5, 6,
Decapitated?
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Nope, I'm still up.
Excuse me.
Because it would go over and become aggravated damage. I'm at mauled with one of that being in crippled still with lethal damage. I'm a up. Because remember, I've got 2
So
forms of bruised health.
he swings his Zweihander down, like gets it into your throat, and it stops partway through from how sheerly fucking muscled you are. And he like silently looks at the sword and looks up at you, looks at the sword, then looks up at you.
I look him dead in the eyes. You fucked up.
Not if I kill you before you can regenerate. Uh, he didn't split his actions, so that is him for now. Donnie.
Well, I see that Martine has gathered attention of a bunch of them. Are any
Oh
of
yeah,
them?
they are in process of moving towards her.
Are any of them in a particular clump that's fairly large yet?
Yeah,
Or they're
yeah.
still
I'll
trying to
say you
run?
can. No, I'll say you can get like groups of 8 or so.
Okay, then I will do my initial volley with the pineapple bomb. As I toss that over towards a particular group.
Mm.
Uh, guess I'll roll that. Oh, that's a lot of one.
Did Donnie lose all of his luck? 3 successes. They're mortal and haven't acted yet. Which reminds me, I forgot to put Nazi soldiers on the initiative tracker. Cool, they're going last.
You should also put one
So
on there for the one friendly Nazi soldier.
you know that's fair. Hold on, let me.
Thank you, Walter.
We'll just rename him Friendly Nazi Soldier.
Phrasing.
Entranced Nazi soldier.
Yes, we don't want to
No,
imply
he's
that they
very
are nice,
friendly.
nice Nazis.
He's very friendly. So the pineapple bomb, no one gets to dodge it, so 2 successes go through. Give me a damage roll.
Is that 12, right? Or
Yes, it's plus 12 damage.
Cool,
They dead.
cool. So, like many mortals, they only get to soak their aggravated damage with their flak armor, basically. And they don't have that many health levels. So, unless I roll really well on their 2 lethal soak dice, they're dead.
okay.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna roll these really just in quick succession. 2 lethal soak. Unlock. I keep forgetting about the lock. Boop. Boop. Oh shit, I started rolling the bashing damage. Son of a bitch! That guy's really dead. He takes extra damage.
Hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 more.
What if this is what Walt cooks up on a bad day?
Cool.
I wonder
Yeah.
what this thing does. He looks at the grenade launcher.
What does the pineapple grenade do, Walter? Please, as it lands and murders 8 Nazis.
So the pineapple grenade is actually a standard World War One pineapple bomb. You toss it into the area, and it explodes and launches high velocity shredding shrapnel through everybody within its blast radius, and just kind of rips them apart.
Yeah, so most of these Nazis had no armor on their legs, so the grenade hits low, takes them all out.
And yeah, and Donnie then will ready his grenade launcher and start charging forward at a quick pace. And that should be it.
Excellent. It is interesting how far we have come, Mr. Wolf.
Is it now?
I think so. It is a pity you chose not to assist us, though. And now you will have to die.
This I will attempt to dodge. Which means you need a dexterity athletics, correct?
You assume there's something to dodge.
Dodge. Yep.
Have you
Fair.
ever had your blood boil before, Mr. Wolf?
Can't say that I have.
That's unfortunate, because he's using a Life 5 Prime 2 effect to boil your blood in your body.
Sounds good.
I will say that this might hurt. So each success is 2 damage dice. And he spent the willpower and got 8 successes on his Arete roll.
Sounds good.
This is your aggravated damage. Would you please roll soak for me?
And I'll use.
Yeah, also, we can't see the aggravated damage because you're privately rolling.
Excuse me. It's 13 aggravated damage.
Sounds good. I'm gonna roll.
I will also start saying my stuff out loud.
Yep. I go incapacitated.
Incapacitated.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Unless-
dead?
It would be dead because it would go over.
So, very interesting things happen here in this moment. But nothing to contain the wild energy any longer. It erupts.
Point blank next to
So-
the mask and those two motherfuckers.
As the rest of you, Colt and Walter, come around the corner, you see kind of from a distance, Adam take out Bridget. She dies instantly, falls to the ground. The mask clatters to the floor. The Promethean swings his sword, tries to decapitate Adam, fails, looks concerned even though he's in a mask. And then you see Hendrickson, the sock puppet plaything that Martine has been feeding vampire blood to. Hold up his hand. Heat waves begin radiating from Adam. And then his chest bulges once.
The last thing you hear from Adam is looks Hendrickson dead in the eyes and goes, boom.
You say that as your heart is literally torn out of your chest and into his open hand. Boom. And then there's an eruption of light. So, would everyone like to react to the explosion? You have time actions. This is wild energy.
Oh, do I still get to take my action on this turn? So it
After
would've
the
been-
bomb goes off, yeah.
It would have been simultaneous with the Hendrix.
Oh, so it would have been. Then, yes.
I'm going to... Is the mask still on? What's her face's name?
You don't even know her name. It's kind of like half off of her, and you see like she was crying underneath the mask.
I'm going to use a correspondence effect and blow some quintessence to try to teleport to the mask and back.
You're just gonna do like a hop and a skip.
A hop skip.
A hop skip. Yeah, give me an arete check. Roll. Give me an arete roll.
I'm going to use the willpower on this.
Sure.
Six successes.
6 successes. It is almost too casual for you to be standing. You are there. The mask is within your reach. It was like breathing for you to move that small of a distance. You just opened a portal across the world. Opening a portal 50 feet, child's play. The mask is there on the ground. So are her wide, staring, dead eyes. And in them, you see all of the people that she killed. She was connected to so many souls just like you were. You recognize it. The mask is there. What would you do?
He's gonna pick it up and put it on.
You were specifically told not to do that.
He
I know.
was specifically told not to do that. So, what do? You put on the mask. The werewolf right next to you is going nuclear.
I'm gonna teleport myself and Walter outside of his cage that he built, assuming that the mask allows me to do it.
You have no authority over Walter's cage.
But of Walter? I can't teleport him with me?
Walter's not a correspondence mage. He could teleport himself through his own barrier. There is a thin membrane of where reality is not reality for you. Walter's cage is affecting you too.
How thin is the veil next to me?
It's about to be gone.
I'm going to walk through the umbra
You just like sidestep.
and start traveling in a direction that would be outside of the temple.
Okay, so you just fuck off.
Yeah.
No, it's cool. You've got 6 successes on your little hop skip teleport. That has to be the name of the route now, by the way. Hop skip.
Hop skip? Okay.
Hop skip. Yeah, you're a storm warden. The gauntlet means almost nothing to you, and it's already so thin here that you... Holt picks up the mask as the werewolf is like going nuclear and is gone. Walter, what would you like to do before the werewolf goes nuclear? We're just gonna finish this round here inside the ziggurat, and then I think we're gonna take our break because it is 9:30 already.
Okay. Well, since Colt put the mask on, I'm going to go ahead and restore the save point.
Nope. Well, get rid
You
of
applied
all.
no mind effect. Everyone here is a powerful supernatural. Everyone here remembers as time rewinds. 10 minutes back. Everything is undone.
You know, this
Rigid
combat's gonna take a while.
lives. It's a boss combat, okay? With mages, with powerful mages.
All right.
And I'm going to go ahead and save a new time point and say, Colt, I told you, don't put on the mask. That's bad.
You don't understand. I have to put on the mask.
You can't put on the mask. That's bad.
Why is it bad? What made you come to the conclusion that me putting on the mask is bad?
Because every reality where anyone puts on the mask ends.
Well, I'll be blunt with you. A paradox judge told me if I don't do it, the world will end.
Cool. So
So
it's,
the world ends either way?
the world ends either way.
If I
Is
put
that
on the
what he
mask...
said?
Yeah, he said I'll get the mask.
You said you'll get the mask, that's for true. This might be a bit of a stretch, though. We can have this conversation after break, though, as everyone thinks through what just happened. Here's the thing. You're gonna need to restore the save point again, probably here in about 20 seconds. Because there are 2 very powerful mages in that other room that know or have an understanding of what just happened. And they are going to nuke your position from where they are.
this is going to be an interesting combat. We may be playing this combat for the next 3 sessions.
You start fucking with time shenanigans, they fuck back.
I'm
Enjoy
so
your
happy.
break, everyone.
Break time.
Also, we might switch to 10-minute breaks while streaming instead of 15. We'll see. I need to pee and make some tea.
I'll be right
Yeah, let's
back.
do 10 instead of 15 for this.
All right, we'll be back in 10 minutes, guys. See you soon. And we are back.
Yay! Hello again, everyone. We have just reset 10 minutes into the past. Everything that just happened before our break was undone. The werewolf is alive. Bridget is alive, still in possession of the Carmine mask. And we are 10 minutes in the past. Combat has not actually begun. We will end combat. Unkill everyone. I guess just the one.
And the 8 Nazi soldiers.
And the 8 Nazi soldiers are also returned miraculously from the dead.
Which is probably
As
not great for their
discussed-
mental psyche.
Yes. Discussed during the break was the particulars of the quick save watch that was made. Every time it's used in a day, 2 minutes are removed from its maximum duration. So the first use will drop it from 10 minutes to 8 minutes. The second will drop it from 8 to 6, and so on. Once you have no minutes left, you must spend 4 quintessence per 2 minutes that you would like to work with. For balance, I guess. 10 minutes in the past. You have a few minutes before they realize what's happened. It's not going to be an immediate realization. And counterattack. And you all have some things to discuss now, I think. Quite
Well,
possibly a suicide and a betrayal that
uh,
you're all aware of.
but also, side note, we know that that Bridget apparently was weak and was a traitor according to the one dude. So uh, they might kill each other.
All right. So I'm gonna
Adam,
be
you're alive. Bridget's
yeah.
alive.
All right. I'm gonna be honest with everybody. I have a plan. Nobody's gonna like this plan. Colt, you're especially not going to like this plan, and Walter, you're not going to like this plan. But we need to obviously talk about what people said because we need to not waste our chances. I plan to go nuclear with the mask in my possession and destroy the object.
That's actually not a bad plan. I'd like to add to it.
Okay.
I can strap one of the batteries to the reality ray, and basically, while you're detonating, also force it out of our reality.
That's also fine, but I feel like Colt's gonna have a problem with this.
You are muted.
There's a way we can use the mask and break it to where it can't be used again with ill will.
Except none of us want to use the mask, that's only you. So,
There's two possibilities that the mask get used to fix things back to the way they should. One is to give Donnie a soul. Two, Walter, to make you not a marauder again.
or we can just go with the option of nuking and destroying the object.
I'm
I
not a
love that you
marauder.
just called him out like that.
I'm not a marauder. I mean, I'm nuts, but I'm not that nuts.
I've already talked to the Paradox judges. These are three futures that they've seen where we were successful.
Cool. Don't like either of those options. We should just remove the object from existing.
It will break and it won't exist.
Yeah, I mean by just nuking everything here in wild energy.
Yes, you can go nuke the bad guys with the wild energy.
Oh, I mean nuke the mask too.
Very well. You can try.
Yeah, we can try it. If it doesn't work, we'll hope the better idea.
Then we can fix it then. But they probably know that we just set a time loop. We need to get going.
Yeah, if all of you know, then they definitely know. So, and really important, I need to reiterate this once again, because this is the most important thing.
Nobody put on mask.
Put on the mask.
So you rush towards the ziggurats. We once again have like a split scene where they go forward, I guess. You two are also aware that something happened funky with time because you're standing back away from the Nazi camp now. You haven't even enchanted that guy at this point. Some fuckery just happened. So let's hear a little something from Martine and Donnie too before we head back into the altar chamber.
In French, she just starts talking like at a whisper, fucking mages.
Don't like this feeling of deja vu.
We can go try and repeat everything we just did. or you could wait until I have them all gathered, and on your signal, I'll run. I don't think there was anything wrong with what we did.
Yeah, I can definitely play it a little smarter, get a little more efficient.
You
Okay.
killed 8 Nazis on your very first turn with a single attack. How much more efficient do you need to be? The Nazis are jealous of that efficiency.
All right, we're gonna go with the awe plan, but we're gonna give them time to gather.
Okay.
Then I'll work with you, and we'll bag them and get back in there with the rest of our group.
So, your plans remain the same. And go off almost identically as to how they did before. They started gathering, you start launching a very successful bombardment attack against the Nazi encampment. Meanwhile, the group rounds the corner to find a very different scene this time. Bridget has been bisected kind of at the waist and lies gasping on the floor, bleeding profusely from several cuts and wounds and rotting from very rapid necrosis spreading over her body. And you see that Henriksen has just placed the mask upon his face.
So initiative again?
That depends. What would you do if he unlocked the cage of the worm?
Oh, not good. So he's gonna die again first. Whoever I come around the corner, I jump first.
That question's for Walter first.
Ah,
What does that entail?
Unleashing the worm across the entire planet. It no longer has a prison. The spiral labyrinth no longer contains it.
That sounds bad. So, yeah, if that happens, then we're gonna reset.
The VHS resets. Sorry, the cassette resets. Do we have cassettes yet in 1940? I don't remember. Is it 8 tracks?
I don't remember.
It's neither of those things at this
It's
point.
a final
it would
record.
We'll call it a film reel. They had theaters and projectors.
After this happens for the second time, Colt's gonna get pissed off and just try to teleport Bridget in front of everybody here. Just drop her ass in a portal, put her right in front of us. He saw where she was standing when she was killed, so...
You did, absolutely. Give me an Arete roll. And I think she's honestly gonna try to help you. Cool, with your combined 10 successes, you barely catch a glimpse of, like, Hendrickson and the Promethean, like, lunging for her as she appears in the center of your group. Mask on her face already. She was wearing the mask 10 minutes ago.
Okay, before anything else can happen, I'm gonna grab the mask, Walter, and throw it into the suitcase.
No! She dives for it.
Okay, so I guess we have to take some resisted actions then, right?
Yeah, I suppose.
I'm gonna put a rifle shot into her back as she dives for it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's... Let's see how this one goes.
Oh, we're doing initiative. Okay.
We're doing initiative, yes.
Wait.
Missing Colt and Martin.
Apologies.
Colton, remember to roll the one at the top of the screen because the one doesn't actually work on your character sheet.
It's 18, not 16. I keep forgetting this +2.
I'll take that.
Adam, you're
Yeah.
up first. You have removed the mask from her face and see a look of utter horror at what you're doing as you're doing it.
Okay, cool. I have the mask in my hand, right?
Yes,
And the veil is thin here, right?
very.
I slip through and go nuclear on the other side.
Okay.
Let all of my rage, all of my genosis, all of my willpower, and all of the genosis of my hammer fuel this nuclear blast.
You nuke. Combat doesn't end. Adam does. The explosion is so powerful that you can feel it on this side of the veil. There's a bulging at the seams of the world. And then those seams begin to pop one by one.
Walter, I might
The
need your
explosion.
battery.
The explosion would have been contained if it had been on this side. The Umbra, nothing contains it. The effects are devastating and far-reaching. And I am very excited about them. You know what? It's Adam's death.
Thank you for
You want
calling,
to
Candy.
give us a soliloquy?
Yeah, he knew that if he did it there, the mages could mess with him. He knew he was fast. He knew that the only way to destroy a magical artifact of that energy is take it to where a fuel source of wild energy is just going to make the explosion bigger. It's the only way to destroy the mask and not hurt his friends. So within the last few seconds, everyone hears goodbye, and then he slipped through and boom. Adding gasoline to an already burning nuclear fire.
You all feel it. Everyone feels it. Except for Walter. He is in a different reality now. Sorry. Bridget looks horrified. You have seen this woman do some fucking awful things. the look to all of you is almost alien. Horror, fear, despair. What did you do, you stupid wolf? I was going to save them all. I was going to undo what I did! And she just sort of like paused at the air where Adam disappeared into the Umbra on her turn. On the other hand, and the far more dangerous hand, the sound of heavy booted footfalls come echoing down the stone chambers, and a Promethean in long SS jacket, gas mask, and hat with a big old sword comes sliding around the corner. Look at all of you in an enclosed space. But he will be spending his turn getting to all of you. Since you did not approach the altar chamber this time, you simply conjured her to you. Colt.
He's gonna look to Walter. Can you trust me on this one, please?
No, I've seen the future. If anyone puts that mask on, it's the end of everything.
Fine, then trust I will not put the mask on. And he's going to step through the Umbra and make sure it's destroyed.
I'm gonna need some kind of perception check from you.
Alertness, maybe?
Awareness, probably.
Five successes.
There is nothing that remains of Adam, his hammer, or the mask. But that might be because now that you've stepped through into the Umbra, you realize that there is nothing for miles. A wound has been given to the Umbra. The veil has been torn to shreds over hundreds of miles. And nothing is holding the storm back from the mortal planes. But there's a tiny red beetle skittering around on the ground. Shell's kind of shiny, a little bit of an iridescent green to it, but the primary color is Carmine. You sense a fragment of power. Just a fragment. But it might be enough to accomplish what you need it to.
Colt's gonna
But
pick it
not
up and try to restore the veil.
Guaranteed. You're just gonna repair the veil all across South America.
I'm gonna try
Ruin
to.
all my fun.
Well, the other option was heal Walter or make Donnie a real boy, but
You got 3 options. which one you want to do.
He's gonna attempt to repair the hole.
Make Donnie a real boy.
Do your job as a warden.
I know. I was just thinking, it's like I just beat Veilguard, and like this is a totally coincidental thing.
Oh,
happening.
I also did just beat it.
It was so good. I cried so many times.
Yes, yes.
He's gonna pick up
I
the beetle
just-
and attempt to repair the hole. Zuh.
Give me an Arete roll. We love multiple holes.
Headcock.
Sorry. If there's a sexual innuendo possible, I'm coming through it like the Kool-Aid Man, so...
What's the base difficulty?
10.
Alright, I'm gonna be using 8 quintessence.
Blowing the whole load.
Yep, this has to work. And a willpower.
Insane.
10 successes.
You repair the veil. The tatters restitch themselves together. You do a working of the weaver. Something mages specialize at. Reality is yours to keep. You are its guardians, its protectors, its writers. And you chose to do that job right now. That decision has been noticed. And you feel one of the threads release. Back in the other world, Martine! Sorry, I think that was enough for Colt Certain.
Are they still the ones that are in danger? Still not in awe of me? I would assume not.
Sorry, what do you mean?
So explosion has gone off, right? Some amount are dead, or are we starting that now? What are we?
No, I think we were starting the combat now.
So I need to awe again, is what you're saying.
Yeah, the grenade went off, 8 Nazis died. Now we are in combat again.
Ah, okay. Well, I am reserving things for dodge, but I am going to shoot at somebody on the one of the heavy machine gun emplacements.
Okay. Gotta get a little sticky note that tells me that I need to look into my camera and not my laptop. So keep forgetting. Oh my goodness.
6 successes to hit, 4 extra damage dices is.
Oh, it's aggravated. He can't soak it. You kill a Nazi. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yay!
Yeah, he is a mortal, and you dealt 4 aggravated damage to him. He dead. And then you were doing some dodgy actions. Any movement, positioning? Where would you like to be on the battlefield? Just within gun range? Because otherwise, you might be fully surrounded, depending on how close you let the Nazis get.
Say the first part again. So I got surrounded. What was those conditions leading to surrounded?
Where do you want to position yourself on the battlefield? Because there's a possibility you might just be surrounded, depending on how close you let the Nazis get.
I'll go for cover. If they've set up sandbags or something, once the shooting starts, I'll go for cover.
Absolutely, excellent. You duck behind an embankment. And kill the Nazi. How about a vaulter?
Is this before or after I gave the grenade launcher to Donnie?
After.
Okay. In that case, I would like to hit myself with my particle accelerator. Not particle accelerator. It's a cyclotron. You saying the wrong damn thing. With my cyclotron, and I'm going to do a prime forces effect. And basically, I'm doing the same thing that I gave the device to Martine, but I'm doing it in a temporary fashion to myself.
The stealth field?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, give me an Arthur roll. You're not trying to protect yourself from the evil cursed rays of the sun, so this is... Yeah, that's great. You disappear from the light spectrum.
And I do want to reserve the 2 time actions for the end.
Beautiful. Excellent. We're gonna go to the friendly Nazi soldier. I know, had rifles on them last time I used them, but now they are gone. It's fun. Boop, boop. Since combat has begun, he's going to spend a willpower and open fire on his comrades. Ooh, 4 successes go through. I don't remember the stats on a assault rifle. There it is. Damage 7. Okay, so 4 damage. 11. Boop. Insane. I am still on stealth roll. So he mows down several other Nazis on his turn. And Nazis, whom have standing orders to execute any of their own that open fire on them because of Hendrickson. Several of them just turn and mow the friendly Nazi down. But he killed 3 more of them before he went. I am going to make, I think, just 1 attack roll against each of you. Donnie and...
Sure.
Martine. Oh my god, Martine. As they open fire, this one is for Donnie for 5 successes.
Okay.
Assistant rolling. Do you have any defensive abilities? Oh, you're last.
Not really. I guess I'll soak.
That's your defensive ability.
That's, yeah. Okay, so 11. Again. Donnie, this is for you. 3 lethal coming your way.
Okay.
That was a shitty roll, thank God. Oh God.
Oh, did I
Donnie gets
roll
peppered
in?
by bullets.
Did it even roll anything?
It did not actually. Do you have a lethal soak? Comedians can use their stamina to soak lethal, right? And do you have... You're not wearing any armor of any kind, right?
No.
Okay, so you should have a lethal soak of 2. Like this. Alright, now roll it. You soak all 3, so you get peppered by a couple of bullets, but they don't really do anything to you.
Okay.
And then for Martine. Also, I'm rolling very consistently. 5 successes against you too.
Well, I'm gonna
These
take a
Nazis,
dodge.
precision war machine.
And I have lightning reflexes, so I'm gonna take a really good dodge. It's Dex plus
Yeah,
Brawl.
I love it.
It's Dex plus Brawl, right?
Athletics.
Dex and athletics.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, well this will be slightly less good. But that's not giving me the option to use my reflexes, my lightning reflexes. Because I haven't clicked Dex yet. That's why. I'm a smarty
That's what
smart. No.
What
Okay,
bullets?
Neo.
That's 11 successes.
Yeah,
What?
yeah, you're
What bullets? I don't. Martine didn't see any bullets.
Casual bullet dodging, yeah. Hmm. There is a shuffling sound as Hendrickson kind of rounds the corner, kind of dragging one of his dead legs a little bit, doing a bit of the zombie shuffle thing, you know, right? You know, I am going to enjoy watching you all wither and die. Hmm. He's going to use a life and entropy effect. To try and set a rot in all of you. He really wishes he had any time magic, though. He shambles slowly down. What?
May I use a time action to attempt to negate the entropy portion of that effect?
Yes. The effect does weaken some. It's not fully nullified, but it has weakened substantially. Colt, do you want to use one of your time effects to reduce the life side of his effect?
Well, Colt's in the Umbra.
I'm still in the Umbra.
You are still in the Umbra. Never mind. Good point. So instead of rapidly decaying, all of your bodies are kind of speeding up their biological processes a little bit, but the decay portion is currently missing. So it's almost like you start feeling like a vibration. It is happening in you at the moment. He hasn't completed the spell. This was going to be a multi-turn spell. And continues his chanting. Donnie.
Donnie didn't like getting peppered with bullets.
Sure.
He's now gonna return fire with the, I guess, hellfire grenade launcher.
Yeah, you just bloop.
Yeah.
Or is it the under the barrel one?
No, it's the not the under the barrel kind. It's the tube kind where basically a round is fired inside, and that's what propels the grenade out.
Going to use my 2 dots of residual memory.
I had a little too much pot on break. I've forgotten the names of weapons. I'm glad you guys understood what I meant when I described what they did, though.
8 successes.
Insane. Okay, sure.
And I guess, yeah, I rained down hellfire and in the form of napalm, apparently.
Yeah.
So for that, Sans, you roll a d10 for every one of them that was hit, and the number is the number of ag damage they take per turn for 10 turns.
Insane. Okay. So I'm just gonna roll 8d10 all at once. Boop, boop, boop. So, here's the thing. The only one that survives is the one that got a 1. Except he doesn't survive because he's immortal and it's still aggravated damage. So he is like most of the way towards dead. He's screaming in pain as like part of him has now melted off from napalm sticking to him. Everyone else struck is dead. Like no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Yeah, Donnie's gonna be a little bit freaked out that the flames burned so quickly.
Yeah, the one dude that was only like partially hit by the splash, like he's melting like a wax doll. It's burning away. Well, melting away. It's liquid and fire at the same time. It's fun.
But now Donnie's just gonna run towards the nearest cover.
Also,
as he prepares for next wave of
another war
bullets.
crime.
Yeah. A combo.
War Crime Sunday is what we're going to be calling this from now on.
But yeah, he's gonna get prepared to load the next round. And that is it for Donnie.
Adam, rip. You may resurrect again. We'll see.
Yeah, depends on how combat goes.
I didn't get my second time action, and
oh god. Right.
And
the round actions.
Yeah, celerity actions from Martine and time actions from Colt.
Yes, please. Well, Walter, let's begin with you.
Okay. You know, I would like to take the reality ray and strap another one of the batteries to it, and fire that at Hendrickson. And basically, what I'm doing there is I am trying to force his body and mind to be governed by my reality instead of his.
I can't let you have that one. He's higher arete than you, and also a marauder. His reality is dominant.
Okay. In that case, yeah, I think I wanna grab a couple of diode type things out of my kit. With a wire, and I want to clip one of them into his hair from behind him, and the other one into my hair. And I want to merge our minds and basically get us to a point where we're now fighting mind to mind inside, both of our realities that are merged.
I like it. What level of mind do you have?
Only 2, so this is a bad idea, but it's all good. If I die, time just
Walter is a
resets.
psychopath. If I die, time just resets. Cool. That's right. I guess I keep forgetting that fuckery happens. Phenomenal. Yeah, we'll say you found a diode you can attach to both of you and try to merge your minds. He does, as previously stated, have Mind 5, so...
Yeah, no, I don't doubt it, but he's also actively doing another spell, so that's why I think this might work too.
Yes. And will only be able to battle you on this because he has Mind 5. This would have fucked anyone else.
I will I will go ahead and roll a rate.
Yes, please. My statue's gone.
Alright, 6 successes.
Yeah, you meet that mind again. The previously described pool of inky void that's kind of also like a black hole of if you go in, you're not coming back out. And you swan dive into it. This is what I've heard, right? Yeah.
It's not so much swan diving into it as it is imagine my reality as like a glowing prime light, and his reality is this inky black hole. And what I'm doing is I'm grabbing his inky black hole reality and wrapping it in around my golden prime reality and merging them so that we have to fight mind to mind.
I am going to lower his arete by 3. While he's battling on 2 fronts now. There will be a mind battle. Rigid.
Nope, you still forgot Colts too.
Oh my god!
And
I'm so
Martine
sorry.
Solari.
I don't know why. Yeah.
Hey,
Martine,
I'm
what's your celerity actions? Thank you.
I'm dead. I can pay attention.
I coughed so hard taking a small ass hit. I am way higher than I was supposed to be.
This is why I prefer the precision of Legomi.
I would love a gummy, but Earth was cheaper.
gummies are too much.
Uh,
For
No,
my
I
time
prefer them.
actions, with one of them, I'm going to attempt to create a time field around myself so that if everything does get reversed back to the way it was, I'm in the position I'm at.
So you want to allow yourself to be moved in time, but not in space. That's a correspondence effect, a correspondence time effect.
Correct.
Give me a roll. You are such a skilled correspondence mage. You feel like you have perfectly cast this magic. You will be where you want to be should time reset. That was one. What's the other one?
I'm going to walk over to where she would have been standing if I were to slip through the nether, in case, or Umbra, nether. Well, in case the time does revert, I want to be standing in the point in the Umbra where I can just grab her and pull her through.
Bridget?
Yes.
By the altar? Because she will reset to the altar if time resets.
Correct. I want to move myself to that position in the Umbra.
Okay, excellent. So you're getting ready in case time resets.
Correct.
Gotcha. And celerity actions.
Is it me?
Yes.
I shoot other machine gun emplacements.
Sure.
I shoot.
You shoot. Hey, we've gotten through 2 rounds of combat this time.
Four successes to hit, 3 aggravated extra damage.
There's another dead emplacement. Because what's more, they're mortals, and it's aggravated damage.
They have one more. I pop down into greater cover.
Beautiful. Any other actions at the end of the round? Hendrickson does not have time. Bridget did not use anything last round. She looks around in a panic and then looks at Walter. You are the one with the effect. Reset timeline.
I'm invisible. She can't see me.
Fuck. Reset the timeline. You know what? The temperature drops quite suddenly. She's going to spend 2 quintessence to lower the difficulty. To spend a willpower. Why is a Major Hendrickson? Walter. Light doesn't touch you. But ice does.
That's fair.
And it touches pretty much everything in this very small stone hallway that you're all kind of standing in.
No, we're not in the stone hallway. We're outside again. They came out to us.
Because
Were you
Colt teleport.
outside?
Yeah, Colt teleported her outside to
Right.
us.
Yes. Okay, I remember. Sorry, there's been resets.
Yeah, when playing with time, it really messes with everything.
It is Not unentertaining though. Gonna be real. Yeah, then there's just a big old wave of ice that sends like ice crystals growing up off of you and stuff, which are not invisible. Found you. But she's activating for time this turn. Give me the device and I will let you live.
I can't respond. My mind is currently merged with Hendrickson.
You know, that's fair.
Or you
well,
could do
funny
that
enough,
creepy. You could do that creepy thing where you and Henderson respond as one.
Ugh.
That's horrifying.
We are
Yeah.
Venom.
How did we become a symbiote? Also, Marvel.
Black
He's owned
inky
by the
stuff.
mouse.
Sorry.
Black inky stuff. Unfortunately, the mouse owns Marvel, so. The Promethean comes charging down the hall, as he was previously preparing to do. Holt, you were taking point, were you not?
Colt's in the Umbra still.
I am.
He is. Excuse me, so it's just Bridget and Walter here now?
Yep.
Yeah. Donnie took off on me too. So yeah, it's just you know,
Cool.
and
He
mind
goes
you,
for Bridget then. Finish what you were saying though for me, Walter.
no, it's me, Bridget, and Hendrickson, and Hendrickson and I are currently, you know, mind to mind and, you know, reality to reality. So I can't do much.
Do 4 successes. Physical stats are boosted by her life sphere. She very casually dodges the Zweihander with one of her time actions. Bolt! You are in the Umbra. Time has not reset yet.
With
You've
this
also
action,
repaired the veil at this point.
he's going to take his time actions at the end of his turn, but also he's going to start preparing a pocket space that leads back to basically further deeper into the Umbra. So should time reset, he's going to take himself and the Colonel there and then ditch her there.
Seems rude.
Very much so. But I'm over dealing with this.
So you're creating a smaller pocket space that you also want to be outside of the time effect?
Correct.
Because if time resets, it will undo enchantments left out in the world.
Yes, I want this space to be impervious to the time effect that Walter had created.
Okay, so you're going to need another correspondence time effect. Give me an Arete roll. Your difficulty will start at a 7 for this.
So it goes 1, 2, 3. I will use 2 points of Quen to drop it down to 2.
Okay.
And a willpower.
Insane. Cool, you absolutely created. 9 successes, little pocket space. Beautiful.
Ooh,
Martine.
I will. Um, are there any other large emplacements I need to worry about?
There's probably 4, one on each like corner of the camp. Since they also kind of have their base circled around part of the ziggurat, the other ones can't really see you from here.
Okay. Then who is by rank the highest target I can assassinate?
I mean, out here, probably lieutenants, maybe a captain.
All right. Well, we'll start with the captain.
Mm,
8 successes to hit, 6 extra damage.
boom, boom, boom. All right. So he dies. Like just completely outright dies.
That'll
How do you
do.
assassinate him?
Bullet right through
You
the
just
eyebrow.
Boop.
Yeah, she's popping up from behind these sandbags, and she's just like snipering people with her pistol.
Just scanning lapels since you know a Nazi insignia so well.
Oh yeah, up close and
Yeah.
personal look.
We love it. Well done. That will start breaking down the command structure with the remaining 37 Nazis. Walter!
Okay, so what's the impression that I get here? Am I doing okay in this? You know, keeping him occupied, or is he crushing me under his massive weight of much more mind and power?
No, I'd say you're closer to evenly matched mentally, since he is also still going to be maintaining his spell in like the real world, but you can't. You only have Mind 2 against a Mind Mage Master.
Yeah, understood.
This needs to be your sole focus.
Okay, so no, I get that. I'm looking for a feeling, and can I? I mean, how
We're
does it feel? Does it feel like I can win this, or am I desperately outmatched?
If he wasn't also focusing on the battle outside as well, you would be hopelessly outmatched. Right now, you feel like things are closer to balanced.
Okay,
Your
so
chances are better.
my chances are better, but I will be hopelessly outmatched if he becomes unoccupied.
Yes.
Okay, then what I'm going to do, within my mind, is a spirit correspondence effect. And
Okay.
I'm gonna form this whole thing in my head, so this will not be using any technology at all, which will increase the difficulty. But the spell is Tish my love, Tish my love, Tish my love, grant me strength.
I
You're-
love it.
You're using wild energy in his headspace.
So what's the base difficulty on that gonna be?
We're gonna call this a base difficulty of 8. But a -1 for the chant. So 7. We love a spell name.
Okay, 3 successes.
Excellent. And what is the effect that you're after with this, though?
Also, I want to reserve my time actions. And the effect that I'm going for is I'm trying to summon my, vague girlfriend into my mind. I'm trying to summon her to this reality to help me. That's why I
Ooh.
repeated her name 3 times.
That's rough. There is a moment where nothing happens in your mind, and then she doesn't immediately appear in your mindscape. There's like a verdant cast that goes over the landscape of your mental battle. Like everything gets a little greener. Sure was nice of you to invite me into your reality, sugar. Not a lot of other Fae up in here to compete with for power and glamour, is there?
Only you.
Do you know how to talk to a girl? What do you need?
To survive.
Can't have you dying. Can I stay here?
Of course. In fact, I'd want you to stay with me if you were going to stay here.
Let's kick his ass. And she fully manifests the physical form out of concept in your mindscape. Like it was just green energy before, but like she pops into appearance. Like her outfit cycles through a dozen Dark Age, Age of Antiquity, Renaissance, Victorian. Just goes through all these historic styles of depictions of Fae before it finally settles on a very simple, comfortable looking cream colored gown, which looks lovely on her very dark forest green skin, bright gold eyes, kind of a bouncy like bob hairstyle with jewels in a headband wrapped around it. Very 1920s kind of flapper look. You know the look. She loves it. It's the one you met her in. Only it's a bit more now. You're gonna get +2 to all of your dice pools in the Mindscape battle. Just from the sheer amount of power she's throwing into your mind.
Excellent. And that's that's my action though, right?
Yes, that was did you only have one? Because you summoned. You have 2 time actions, right?
Well, no, I have 2 time actions at the end of the round. This was my turn.
Right, this is your turn. Yes, that is all. He's dead. Nazi soldiers! Excuse me. Open fire once more on Donnie and Martin. Donnie, you're first. Excuse me. Good lord.
Oh, okay.
That is the 3rd time in a row I've rolled 5 successes against one of you. Do you have any dodging or anything you'd like to do?
No.
Then you have 5 lethal damage coming your way. Oh, I was firing from the friendly Nazi.
Ooh.
4 lethal damage for Donnie. Oh no.
Oh no, I have holes in me.
You, you just get riddled with some holes. You're like, oh no, holes. Lord, 6 successes against Martine. You got another 11 success dodge?
I'm pretty sure that I do.
Martine, what bullets are? What?
I got 9.
Not 11, but enough.
She just watches the bullet goes by and then turns back to look at the soldier.
He pisses himself. That's a 9 success dodge. That's that scene in vampire movies where a vampire like literally just turns the other direction to avoid fucking bullets.
Cue Matrix gifs.
Yeah,
just
it's
slows
beautiful.
down enough that Martine just starts pushing the bullets out of her way.
We're going to reduce his arete by 3, for he is fighting a 2-pronged battle. With Walter no longer here to stop him, the full force of his rote resumes. But his power is much weakened. He doesn't dare spend willpower. He will, on the other hand, spend several quid. 6 successes. Walter. Bridget. Who else is there? No one else is there
The
now, right?
Promethean.
The Promethean is kind of affected by it. I'm gonna roll a percentile. High, he's affected by it. Low, Hendrickson has enough mental faculties to put him out of it. Low, Hendrickson is not affected enough by his split focus to not have control anymore. So, rot. Accelerated rot. Necrosis starts growing all up on all the living things. Hey, Walter? What's your
Yes.
lethal soak? Six.
My lethal soak would be a 2.
Okay. So 1 success goes away. 1 success increases it to a radius. So 3 successes go through. 6 dice of lethal damage. 3 lethal damage for you and Brigid.
Soak, Walter, soak.
She actually has a base. Unlock. I hate this lock thing. I hate it so much.
I soaked 2.
Excellent. So you only take 1 lethal as the rot. Cool kicks in. So does she, incidentally. Bum, bum, bum. Now, unfortunately, He's not trying to break free of you, Walter. He's trying to make you a part of him. You see, the wonderful thing about the worm is that everything's welcome. There's a space for you. All you have to do is give into it. It's very simple. You either give into it, or you become its food. But one way or another, the worm's coming for you. It's a very slow, inexorable approach. Four successes. 3 go through. No prime effect. Boom, boom. Walter, there are 4 more lethal coming for you.
There's that.
Walter, also remember your little wild queen gives you 2 dice to everything.
To everything, yes.
That's right. I didn't roll the 2 extra dice on my last soak. Can
Just roll
I
them.
roll? Can I roll 2 more dice,
Yeah,
please?
absolutely.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
that didn't help.
it was
the
worth a
last
try.
one.
But this one,
And
this
we
is
won't
only,
have that count towards you either.
and this one's lethal, not aggravated.
Boom, boom. That is his turn. Only 2 lethal go through. Donnie.
Okay. Is there any big like power generators?
I wouldn't think so, no.
Okay, so they don't use anything to power anything up. Then
Not for a quickly set up camp like this, no.
Okay.
I
Then
mean, that also means they don't have electric lights, so that's good.
Yeah.
Then I will just put another grenade into the launcher and fire into the
Outstanding.
crowd.
Can't be that many left, Donnie.
Let's see.
Give us a roll.
Seven successes.
Cool. Is this another napalm grenade?
Yeah.
Not a single botch. All 8 of those men are dead. Completely. Lots of burning and screaming and melting flesh smells.
And then that should be it for Donnie as I attempt to dive into another cover that isn't riddled with bullets.
There are 28 Nazis left out front. Several explosions have gone off. There's a bunch of burning pseudo-liquid jelly everywhere. It is a literal war zone in the Brazilian jungles right now.
And time actions and
Yep.
Time
celerity.
actions and celerity actions. Yes. Would like to go first?
I'll do it.
Fire
Go,
away.
Walter, go.
That makes sense.
All right. So for my first time action, I'm going to, with my, newfound additional power from my lovely and wonderful girlfriend, who I now want to marry. So I'm going to try to drive a wedge into his pit, right? Like he's this pit of blackness that's just like swirling and trying to suck me in.
Yeah.
I want to try to drive a wedge and split it in half. I'm basically trying to cut his mind apart from inside his our merged realities. And the appearance of it would be like a hedge, but that's because of the extra power that I'm getting from
Your Fae girlfriend.
yeah. But as far as what I'll do for imagery while I'm in there is that I will form a pile of dirt and then create the image of the hedge, as opposed to, because I don't have any life, so I can't actually create a hedge. But I'm using mind, but
Yeah.
a hedge is gonna come slice his mind in pieces.
And it makes sense. You're utilizing power from the Green Fairy. She's got plenty of life stuff going on.
So what's the base difficulty on this?
This is gonna be an 8 for debase.
Okay. I'm gonna spend 2 Quinn. I would like to lucky that. Use my second lucky, please.
Sure.
Much better.
5 successes is very good. We'll roll his defense roll now. And you are the reason he has been saving his willpower.
Question.
Hmm.
He is full worm now, right?
Why?
Because the fairy that's in his mind space is pure wild.
Uh-huh.
Wild and worm don't do well.
They do not. Which is why he's getting 2 extra dice on all of his rolls.
Oh,
in
that's
here.
fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
That's fair.
what I want to ask is how he gets a defensive action without time actions.
That is a fair question. He doesn't have time. Ba-ba-bum. And he attacked you mentally, so he doesn't have a defense. So what we're gonna do here is you were successful in creating the hedge and starting to partition off his mind from itself. Roll for me 8 dice. These are your lethal damage dice.
Okay, now am I adding the 2 to this?
Yes. He gets to soak with his mind. Won't just let you roll a sphere. That's stupid. His mind adapts and consumes the hedges almost as quickly as they appear. But you are keeping him occupied.
Okay. Then for my second time action, I'm gonna try a different tactic, I'm going to try to infect him with my flashbacks.
Okay.
So, second mind attack, and this one is, going to be my insanity. Pumping into him. See what that does.
Give me a roll.
Okay, 5 successes.
Beautiful. What does your flashbacks do? What's the mechanical thing? He immediately starts having an attack.
Okay, so you're prone to flashbacks. Let me see the system here. During the flashback, you're not aware of what's really around you. Even people speaking to you will be viewed as people or objects from the vision. You can mistake men for women, people for animals, and even inanimate objects for people. To you, reality has shifted, and you're back there again. And my flashbacks are all about my awakening when I basically killed an airfield full of British soldiers while working on an airplane.
Yes.
And I erupted. So, people being shredded from reality by, what looks like an accident. As a massive prime explosion just goes out.
I'm sorry. I think was there systems in there? I just need to know what it's doing to him.
Okay. So...
Is there a system that comes with the derangement?
There is not a system. It says you're prone to flashbacks. You want me to just copy and paste it into the chat?
Oh, I found it.
Dividing his attention more, it seems like.
Okay. Yes. He is still a very powerful mind mage. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to reduce his arete by 2. As he partitions off another section of his mind for dealing with this. He is now in a battle on 3 fronts. Stuck in the flashbacks with Part, in the battle with Walter, and in the battle in reality. And he has weakened considerably on all fronts.
That's all of my time actions. Whoever wants to go next.
I can go. We'll pop a lieutenant.
I've done that before. It's fun.
4 bullets.
Thanks, Judy. I saw you laugh at least.
It's dead, and also everyone is showered in the hydrostatic explosion as I apparently hit the right point on the body to just explode it.
So the bloody mess perk from Fallout just happened. The body detonated.
For our viewers, she rolled 14 successes and got 12 successes for additional damage.
So the lieutenant that you popped was over trying to get the mortar team set up and going, and some shenanigans happen. You hit a shell. It ricocheted off his butter bar, struck the shell, and caused chain explosions through the other shells that they were about to start mortaring you with, and kill like 5 more Nazis. I can't not. That's 14 successes and 12 damage. Like,
yeah,
I have to reward it.
Then I will pop down back into cover. That'll be my turn.
Well done.
Colt's time actions and Dagmar's actions.
Colt is gonna pull out his knife and then start enchanting it with his other two actions. Basically superpowering it in the anticipation that he's gonna have to eventually grab this woman from reality again.
Okay, give me an enchantment roll.
That's forces. I want to use correspondence to try to bypass any armor that she might have on, but I don't think she has any armor on.
Oh my god, we have people talking in chat. Hi! I have not been looking at the stream chat.
Oh, I've been paying attention to it.
Ba-ba-boom. 5 successes. Pretty glowy knife? What
Red
are we
hot.
trying to get it to do?
Red hot. Aggravated damage.
Okay. Bit of a plasma knife thing going on.
Yep. It's supposed to cut through it, whatever I need it to cut through.
Sure, we dig it. Excellent. Bridget opens up ye old wizard sight and looks at Walter, who's locked in a mental battle. Do 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 do. She's gonna use willpower. Bum, bum, bum. Zeroes in on the watch. And then she's gonna use her last time action to grab it? Doesn't tell her how to use it yet. She's gonna have to figure that out on her next turn, but she's got it.
Yeah, I'm actually curious as to what happens there, because now it's been separated from me. But that
Yeah.
shouldn't change the effect.
That's the thing. She's just gonna activate it. Because you use technology, which means your shit is analog. But she doesn't have enough actions. Oh wait, she goes first. Time resets 8 minutes. And that's where we're gonna call game for the week. Combat ends. This is both of our faults, Walter. I allowed this to happen.
It's
But I'm
explicitly
really
it's
enjoying
explicitly
it.
a thing in the rules that gets super wonky at high level.
Got nowhere.
Weird. Y'all, okay, so 1 XP for showing up. I love all of your faces. You all know this already. 1 for some decent RP. 1 for danger. I hope you all know at this point that I will have no qualms killing any of you in these battles to come. So I hope it all works out for you. You're 2 resets down, 3 left, and then each one costs 4 Quinn.
I do have one question.
What's that?
Is Tish still in my mind?
Yes, because time has little meaning for the Fae, and she is in the wilds, not in reality. And is starting to move into your reality.
Does the Great Reset give us back our quintessence?
No.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. I love that the werewolf blew a hole in the Umbra. It was great irony.
I knew it would kill the mask.
It did, yeah.
Sans doesn't use it too often, but when it happens, it's dramatic. Player death, specifically.
For enabling you to boom nonsense.
Yeah. I can't not enjoy this scenario because you have a reset button. So at any point in time, any of these deaths could be permanent. You are in a dangerous space.
I just got home from the Thanksgiving break, and my 2-year-old nephew, what they've done is they've taught him when it's time to go to bed, he needs to give Booms and then a hug, and Booms is a fist bump. So,
It's a fist bump?
yeah, he'll come over and he'll give you a little fist bump, and then he'll put his arms up to hug you. It's soups adorable.
Wow.
It's high tier adorable.
I just got diabetes just thinking about it.
Super sweet.
Yeah, let's do shoutouts. Another thing we do that I stole from Hootie's tables once upon a time. Every player gets 2 shoutouts, which are worth an XP for something cool that they thought another player did in session. Who wants to go first?
I can go first. Give me 1 second.
I see shoutouts being thrown into Discord, and
Yeah.
none of our viewers
So-
can see Discord.
So my first one goes to Walter for fucking up my nuke. The second one goes to Kraft for fucking up my plans.
You know what they say about plans, right?
Make the plan.
They always
expect
falter.
the plan to go off the rails. Throw away the plan.
Yep.
I'll go. +1 to Adam for the sacrifice / attempted character refresh. As someone with a homicidal urge to my own characters, I respect it greatly. And again, the +1 to Walter, the timey-wimey shenanigans took this into a different place, and I also enjoy the no one is putting on the mask. No. No.
I will do +1 to Donnie for exceptional shooting as always. That has remained true and will never go away. And then I'll give the second one to RJ for fucking mages.
Yep.
The quote of the night. The quote of the night.
That was delicious.
Alright. Mine are +1 to Colt for putting on the mask after being told not to put on the mask.
It was glorious.
And +1 to Adam for the suicide bomb.
I want to point out. Yeah, I want to point out that I would have won the war crime race if we didn't reset time again.
Yeah, you would have.
You would have. I mean, to be fair, he did repair the veil with what remained of the
Yes.
masked energy.
Yes,
Okay,
but I still
so-
would have succeeded.
I'd like to point out that this game was originally pitched as like pseudo Lovecraftian World War II thing, and since I kind of just let you all do what you wanted to do, it has become something else entirely. This was supposed to be kind of an Indiana Jones trip into South America, into the jungle, and now it's Benny Hill in time.
Yeah, since the audience is watching, the first few sessions were very Lovecraftian. We proceeded to take that, and immediately first session, Hendrickson, the guy that's here, almost gets killed.
Yeah.
And we have gone full off the rails from Lovecraftian since then.
It'll be back. I
Oh,
promise.
yeah.
It's already
I know
still
it.
here.
Yeah, it's still here. It's It's coming. The rotten man is coming for you. We missing any shoutouts? Hold on. Who hasn't said their shoutouts?
Colton did his. 1, 2, 3.
I think Zaraj put.
Oh,
put
yeah.
theirs
I
in-
never actually voiced it, but yeah, I gave one for Walter for enabling me to boom Nazis, and one for Martine
yes.
for being my fellow Nazi soldier hunter.
Yeah, Donnie. We're a surgical team here.
Very effective until time resets.
Yeah, except all of the people they're fighting are mortals, and this has got to be taking a trip on their psyche. Because everyone remembers.
The mortals don't remember. Only the powerful supernaturals do.
And if
Oh no, wait, the
they
mortals do
do
remember now. They changed the rules.
Yeah!
and if they do remember, I have a cure for it, and that cure is bullets.
Okay, the ones that burn to death definitely would remember the horror.
Yikes.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Is
The
you
ones
you
that
specifically
burned,
started the session off with stating that they changed the rules. Therefore,
Yes, I did.
every mortal remembers every time they've died these last 3 times.
Listen. The bullets are paradox removers, and we will use them as such.
Yeah, but at this point, so how many of these Nazis are gonna flee when the minute you walk up? Because they know what's gonna happen.
Not only that, but their nightmares are going to be great and terrible from this, and you know, my soon-to-be wife might be able to get some food. I kind of like this idea.
Yeah.
This
Tish
is a
the Green
ball.
Fairy is gonna become a dark fae husband to the Marauder Mage.
Listen, there's
It's gonna
only
be great.
there's
The
only
story
room
writes
for
itself.
one woman of aching beauty in this party, and that spot is filled.
Oh no, I understand that spot is filled, and you won't have to see her. She's in my head.
Oh, see,
To
we
be
literally
fair,
made a joke
Only
that
a
you
couple
did it
people
in.
know she actually exists.
Yeah.
She's your girlfriend in
be-
Canada.
To be fair, here we originally thought she was just in your mind from drugs.
Yeah,
We've
his
gone full
girlfriend in
circle.
Canada.
Yeah, we've gone full circle.
But yeah, everybody who went with us to Green Fairyland to knows about her.
To Green Fairyland. That is an apt description. With that, thank you, archivists, for all your hard work. And before I approve Archivist's review of this session, I will go through and make sure that he updates important moments for every character instead of just a few manually. Because I can go through and alter and add things to the reviews before they become permanent.
Alrighty, well, I have to get going, everyone. I will talk to you all later.
Good night.
Good night.
Night, Adam.
Night.
Night.
Later, Chris.
And I suppose that's going to bring us to the end of our stream. Thank you for coming and watching us. We really appreciate it, and we hope you enjoyed.
Have a great night, everyone.
Until next time. Thank you, guys.
Yeah. See ya.
Bye.
Ah. Can't find the ending. Oh, there we go. All right, later, guys. Bye.
Night.
Hmm?